Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Kiki from Taiwan MND Association. It's a full-day meeting. How are you feeling now? Good? Tired? Yeah, a lot of people are still experiencing travel fatigue and jet lag. A lot of us travel very long distance to come here. What's our purpose? We have been talking about a lot of things. What's our purpose? The answer is quite simple. Because we all want to make a difference. Do you agree? Yes. Today, in my presentation, I'm going to introduce a big project we did in 2015 and another important project generated from this one. From April 11 to 12, 2015, our organization held the first Asia-Pacific ALS or MND conference in Taipei, which attracted more than 440 people from Japan, China, Malaysia, Australia, Belgium, and United States. We got a great support from 3 alliance members: Japan ALS Association, MND Australia, and also ALS League Belgium. The 1.5-day meeting had 4 sections: personal storytelling, holistic care workshop, medical forum, and organization operations strategy discussion. Here is a short video. Let's recap some meeting highlights. Do you feel regret you miss it? The meeting was quite successful. We not only shared information, inspiration, and ideas about how to better care and serve people with ALS and MND, but also we built a closer relationship with all the participating organizations. After the meeting, we held 3 organizations from China and Malaysia become our alliance members, including Beijing Oriental Rain ALS Care Center, Shanxi ALS Association, and also MND Malaysia. We got 2 organizations here today. I'd like to invite them to show up again. Okay, Professor Wang Shunzhen and Dr. Yan Bingcang. Could you stand up again? Let us know your face and welcome. Welcome to our big international family. I would like to simply introduce the background of this story. Gujin is about you. Actually, this story should be traced back to 2014. I was invited to attend a meeting in Reykjavik, Iceland, the 10th Nordic meeting by Gudjun, our past chairman of International Alliance and the current chairman of MND Association of Iceland. Since the moment the flight just arrived in the airport, and I got the feeling, and also the whole program arrangements, and from the interactions of people during the break and the dinner party, I was so impressed. During the meeting, I was thinking, we may do something like this in the Asia-Pacific region. We got the largest population there, but only few organizations are International Alliance members. Even worse, we hardly know whether there are any local groups in any countries, areas, to take care of those people with ALS. So here comes the first meeting. We had prepared about 4 months. With the first success, we want to keep the ball rolling. So I talked about this idea with the president of Beijing organization, President Wang Jinghuan. She was quite enthusiastic about this idea. She said, let's do it. Let's do it in Beijing. So welcome to join the next meeting in Beijing in the spring of 2017. If you want to know more information about this, and feel free to approach to Professor Wang or me after the meeting. This is a project I just mentioned we did in this year. And also there's another big project generated from this one. A lot of us are quite familiar with Danny Riviers, the chairman of ALS League Belgium, and also one of our legends in the international ALS community. Danny and Danny's wife, Mia, and Evie were invited to join us in April. And during the meeting, Danny found a lot of people with ALS in Taiwan use small manual wheelchair. And their abilities are seriously restricted. Danny approached me and said, Kiki, I want to do something for them. I put Danny's original words here on this slide. Danny said, even as an ALS patient, you still got a choice. You can do nothing or do something. He wants to do something. After 1 month, Danny returned home. I got a message. I got an email from him. Their organization decided to donate 14 sophisticated power wheelchair. Can you believe it? From Belgium to Taiwan is 1,000 miles away. It's true. And soon we got another incredible news from him again. ALS League Belgium approached another international logistics company. And that company, called Hazer, they would like to sponsor the transportation from Belgium to Taiwan. Can you believe it? Folding wheelchairs traveled over the sea more than 1 month. Finally, they arrived in Taiwan. And with the technical support of the wheelchair manufacturer, Permobile, and all the wheelchairs got fully checked. I'd like to show you a video.
么要流泪不流汗？一起去跑步，请不要说不。我们的节奏是吸两口再吐，用这样的速度，把地球的忙碌都抛在半路。一起去跑步，也许有岔路，也许被斑马挡住，至少我们没有什么到不了的路。
You can see there's a list of people help us to finish this big project. Did you feel the positive energy this project delivers? How about you give us a big hand? Every time when I just watch the video, I couldn't help my just the kind of energy. It's really such an amazing job we did together. In order to let more people know about this great job, so we partnered with another ultramarathon race event, and on November 14th, we had a press conference. We want more people know about it. So Danny and Mia were invited to join us again. Evie was on traveling at that time. And here are some snapshots of the day. Oh, this one. Okay, Danny and Mia here. And also we invited government officials from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Department of Social Welfare, advocates, and also the Vice President of ProMobile. The audience watched the video which tells the whole story. That's the longer version because I just show you it's a short one. The manager of the ProMobile, who is introducing the features and the functions of the power wheelchair. What's the difference between the power wheelchair we generally see in Taiwan? And Daniel was interviewed by local media. I also found some news piece from the online newspaper and also in print. 2 weeks ago, we had a first meeting with the legislator, who is also living with not ALS but disabilities. And we asked her to try out the wheelchair because we want to do another big job, that is to change or improve the government's financial support policy for assistive devices. We want to work with the legislator. Our next step, we will work with this legislator to improve the policy for not only for people with ALS, but also for other disabilities on the financial support policies for assistive devices. Of course, the story is not ended yet, and we would like to see more people with ALS in Taiwan. They can live with more independence, convenience, and also they can involve and contribute to the society. I'd like to use Danny's words to end my speech. What we did just show how two or more ALS organizations can work together to make a difference. And we look forward to seeing more collaboration projects in the ALS community and around the world. Finally, I would like to invite Evie on behalf of Danny and ALS League Belgium to speak a few words for us. Evie, please.
Thank you, Kiki. Like Kiki told before, when we went to Taiwan, we really saw the needs of the Taiwanese patients, and we did something. And that's what we want to keep doing. We want to do things for patients in other countries who doesn't have the things we have. And I hope that other countries who have the same things like we do the same for other countries who doesn't have the money or the devices to help their patients.
Sure. Questions? Happening in Taiwan and mainland China. How are you going to advertise about the 2017 event? Who is going to know? The people in the Western medicine community in China, Taiwan, or you make it well known among the Chinese medicine doctors?
Okay,
Also.
that's the project we are going to work on next. Because it's just a very initial discussion with the president of Beijing organization. The president of Beijing organization. It's very preliminary discussion, and we want to find a time in 2017, and we will work on that. I think that's a big job. And also, as what we did in Taiwan, every year we have a annual conference of our local. We have more than hundreds of people attend our meeting, and we also invite local experts and also professionals to join us. That's also one of the very important objectives for this kind of conference. We need to give them opportunity to learn, to know more about the people, and have close interaction with the people they are going to serve, maybe in the future. A lot of young professionals. So I think the advertisement, or like what you mentioned, let more people know about this event. I think Rachel will help me to help us to deliver the message or the information to our alliance members, and also I will try my best to invite those any of you who are interested. Because last time, I remember last year, I introduced our meeting. And we got a lot of great feedbacks and a lot of interest showed by our members. So I invite them directly.
So is this meeting going to be in English
Yes.
or in Chinese?
English.
So-
We make it in.
I hope you include people who can only talk in Chinese, and then with English translation.
It's called Asia Pacific. It's not Chinese meeting. It's called Asia Pacific meeting. We make it English as an official language. For our meeting, we provide simultaneous interpretation for people who couldn't speak English or couldn't speak Chinese. So it's not a problem for the audience or for the speaker.
Thank you, Kiki, for your excellent presentation. I think Kiki's story is represents our LS society is global. You know that Kiki was born in Xi'an, and her husband was born in Taiwan, and they get married in Shanghai, and now she's and her husband work in Taiwan, and now the Taiwan Area Society they linked Taiwan, China, Iceland, Belgium all together, and the goal is for fight for areas, and our goal is we'll continue to fight until the areas disappeared in the world. Thank you for your work and to link all together. And we will had the first area. We hold the first area society meeting, Asia Pacific meeting, and now the second Asia Pacific will be held in China,
Beijing.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Beijing.
Thank you. Welcome everybody. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, of course, congratulations, incredible project, incredible collaboration. We were wondering, this is a question for both you and Evie. We were wondering if you can give more details about how this project was funded.
Funded? What do you mean funded?
Yes, how do you get financial support for this project?
I mean, because this project just it's not finished yet. I just
Or how are you getting financial support for this project?
Let me explain a little further. In the very beginning, that ALS League Belgium donate the wheelchairs. So all the expenses covered by the ALS League Belgium. And also we got a sponsorship about transportation from the international logistics company. So up to that part, there's no financial any expenses involved yet. But in the future, of course, we need to get those wheelchairs, really help those people who need them in Taiwan. We are working with the government. We want to use the 14 wheelchairs as a new way of thinking, because currently the financial support for the assistive device is quite limited. For these sophisticated wheelchairs, if for the modification, adaptation, all the technical things should be covered. We want to use the model that's already very successful in Belgium, and to influence the government to think you can help those people who may not physically healthy, but if you provide them good advice, good assistive devices, they still can do more things. They have value. I think all of us here agree with that. Even people with ALS, they still have value to the society. Due to the limitation of devices, they couldn't. They just locked in their body. So if we have better assistive devices, we can release that potential, that value. They can involve more in the society. Like what we are doing in Taiwan. I introduced the project last year. We have it's called a life education project. We got the people with ALS to go to universities, schools, to share their story, to give that positive energy and also the impact of their life story to influence the young people, to change their way of thinking. I think that's one of the contributions they can do to the society. And also a lot of people with ALS, they have a lot of techniques or skills they can use. But for the financial part, we try to get it from in the very beginning, our organization will support it, and then we'll get more from the government. That's a long term. I think it's for the single organization, you couldn't have enough money for all those things. We need to involve the government to be a part of this project.
Okay.
Thank you.
We are going to have time. I think we're going to end now, unless...
Yeah. Well, actually, I want to say something about the funding. Well, in Belgium, it's like when we started with the ALS League, we had governmental agreements about paying wheelchairs and other devices for ALS patients. So patients get their own devices, and when they're dying, they say, well, we give it to the ALS League. And at some moments, we have a lot of devices, so we could help other countries. And that's actually what we did also already with Latvia, Turkey, Switzerland, and now with Taiwan. And next year, probably with other countries. So, and all the rest is just asking companies to get funding to do this. Because paying for the transport of those wheelchairs is impossible as an organization. So you just need to have some companies who are willing to give their money to have those transportation overseas.
Thank you, Evie.